Yay, our opponent is here, and our opening hand is super reasonable. We've got Sentry of Nulzann, which makes all of our socketed cards cost 1 less. So that means we're going to be able to play Sentry on 1 into Rune Ear Hierophant on 2, because it's socketed, so it's going to cost 1 less. Opponent let on Ruby here. What kind of shenanigans they're up to. I love early parts of formats. It's always so good. Sabretooth! Yep, so that's going to kill my Sentry and get rid of our turn 2 play, which kind of sucks. Alright, play this Wild Ice. Guarantee a non-resource draw next turn. Feels good. It's the first time I played Wild Ice in Constructed. Next turn we can play this Rune Ear Hierophant out. The Sabretooth is very good, that is for certain. And this Darkheart gives us an entire champion activation since we gain charges equal to its power, which is kind of sweet. Sabretooth seems pretty sweet in a control shell too, because it just like, it's a quality removal spell that like later is a threat. And now if they have another Cremate, we can at least protect it with this Blitz. So Blitz has a mechanic called Mobilize, which means even though this says it costs 3, I can exhaust a troop I control or tap it to make it cost 2 less. So for 1 resource, I can exhaust this and turn it into a 6/2, like so. So things your Cremate does not kill, my 6/4. I've traded a Blitz for a Cremate, feels good. See if they have another way to kill this or not. I could have like Pyre Strike here. Morning, Jet. Why does your thing say Deceit? Well, if opponent doesn't have a Transmog, they're taking a big old 14 ball here since this rabbit does double damage. God, that Blitz was great. So the Rune Ear is lethal. Mirror. That's... Yep. So they summoned copies of... That's hot. Are they dead? They might be dead to my champion power still. So this makes our rabbit bigger, and we get to scrounge this, so it comes into play as a 6/5. So I hit this here. It's going to attack with both of these. So if they double here, they'll lose both their things and take 4. Actually, they're going to take more than 4. Are they dead? Because that's a 16. Yeah, they're dead, right? Yep. Crush it. Crush, baby. Well, that plus charges gem seems great. So Riposte seems insane. This takes one of their actions off the chain and puts it into our hand, and then we have 1 turn to play it. So I think I want that. They seem like they're a control deck, so Altar of Nulzann is fantastic. It allows us to kind of grind through. Whenever we play a socketed card for the first time in a turn, we draw a card. I think this is probably a Sabretooth out matchup. They don't seem like they have many troops. It's probably Blitz out before Sabretooth. Although Blitz counters the Cremates. Yeah, I'm going to leave the Blitzes in, because they can protect Emsee too. Riposte is double Ruby. And the matches we're bringing Riposte in are a little bit slower, so we can afford to not have them right away. Like, a lot of the times we want Riposte for, say, Dreaming Fox's ability, which doesn't happen until turn 7. That's true. You can't Riposte the Sabretooth. They are not actions. Yep. Sentry into Rune Ear. Wait. They put me on the play? My opponent put me on the play. I'll take it. Rabbit the first. Next turn we'll play Rabbit the second, followed by Blamsmith the first. So long Rabbit the first. Altar of Nulzann. Okay, yeah, I think we're just going to go for the longer game plan here because they probably have removal for this anyways. So this Altar means when I play this Blamsmith, it draws a card. And then next turn we'll play this Rune Ear, which means this will draw a card. So just like every one of our threats turns into another card. It's just like a control deck's nightmare. They have the Iron Ruby, so they could have a way to destroy target artifact, but this already replaced itself, so... you cannot Runebind a Sabretooth activation. And look, they had a Sabretooth, so they killed our... They probably have more removal for this, so... We might wait on this, depending on what we draw. If we draw nothing, obviously we're going to... Ooh, not waiting on it now. So double Altar means we're going to draw 2 cards when we play this Rune Ear Hierophant out. Actually just did a Control Deck's Nightmare. What if my Must Answer threat drew 2 cards when I played it? Would that be good? If so, why? I should have kept attacking to represent Laskar's Vengeance. Let's put a non-resource on top of my deck. Not that it really matters. We're just like drawing all of the cards anyways. Attack with this for 6. Probably have like Transmog or Pyre Strike here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move to damage. Okay. Huh. Maybe I'm supposed to just try an aspect there. Or Champ Power and then aspect. They try and Fire Strike it in response. Runic Upheaval. Wow. Draw a card if you drew a non-resource it gets when you play this. Yep. Okay. They could... Yeah, maybe I was just supposed to try and kill them there. Because this would have given them... This would have done 6 and this would have done... Okay, so they drew a resource there, so they drew another card. Oh, that's true. So waiting on the aspect, that's fair. But if the aspect is being used to, like, protect my guy from dying, like, I think that's fine. Yeah, so, like, I'm going to aspect here, even though I know... Oh, yeah, and aspecting on their turn triggers the altars. So, yeah, this is worthwhile. And he's rune-binding my aspect. Well, then. Which means... And actually, it's funny. So, because he rune-bound my aspect, there's a 3rd troop in my crypt now. When I recast this aspect of the squirrel, it's going to get to scrounge. And this is a good example of, like, people were talking about, like, Runebind being insane. Runebind is good in decks that can leverage the tempo that you gain from it. Inside of a control deck, you really can't do that. So, like, I don't think Runebind is actually that good inside of control decks. Yeah, the cremate did 1 extra damage from upheaval. That is exactly correct. Crack for 10. I just have all these altars of Nulzann, I can barely hold them. Transmog that. And the reason why I targeted my Sentry instead of the Emsee with the champion power there was exactly what happened there. I'd much rather they transmog that rather than my Emsee. I'm going to go ahead and play out an Altar of Nulzann here. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. I think I'd like to activate this altar at their end step. They have more cards than we know what to do with. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. I've got 6. And each of these can make a card that draws more cards. They bend a Sabretooth. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's fine in a control deck as if it's like Dispel Plus, basically, right? Like, that does seem fine. Transmogged my Dorko. Yep. Alright, let's play another Dorko. These ones aren't drawing cards because they're not the first ones I've played this turn, but I think that's fine. I'm going to pass the turn. I think I'm just going to aspect something on their turn to draw a bunch more cards. I don't really need Fate Weaves at this point because I'm drawing so many cards. I think there's been a Sapphire Diamond list running around that, like, gets to play Runebind with Darkheart, and, like, that seems like an okay combo. Yeah, exactly. Like, again, it has to be in order to... You need to be playing it in a way that's letting it... You have to be able to leverage some kind of advantage from it. Oh, right, we have Animuses in our deck. That other card that makes our deck insane. Ooh. Holy crap, could that get them back in the game? This is going to void all of our 2-drops. Yep. Okay. Nope, they're dead anyways. Were they actually dead on board? I didn't actually figure out if they were dead on board or not, but... Probably did. Yep, that's true. And we did have another altar to play out still. This deck traditionally rails control decks. Like, it's very well positioned against them. Waiting to queue, waiting to queue. Hi-ho, the chariot, waiting to queue. I'm going to play 1 or 2 more matches with the Sockets deck before we wrap it up for the afternoon. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it, especially if you stayed through from my Magic stream earlier this morning. We've been going for quite a while. Just wondering for that turn 4 Nulzann. You mean turn 3 Nulzann? Because you could put the Sapphire Major Gem in it that makes it cheaper. It doesn't have a Rabbit or a Sentry in it, but it gets to go like Blamsmith into some other stuff here. Iremaw is probably fine. This fight's a Diamond and Ruby Troop, and opponent's got at least Diamonds in their deck. Their life's like a Diamond. Bum bum ba da dum bum. There could possibly be a Sapphire Wild Sockets deck. Actually, it might be kind of sweet. Maybe that's the Winter Moon deck in the format. There hasn't been a Winter Moon deck in a while, but like Animus being 3 costs and then Winter Moon to cycle your Animuses back in, that could be real. Like even after the Hero Fall, you could put Animus back into your deck. That was a fantastic draw. Unsocketed, socketable cards. Okay, maybe we won't put other. Maybe we'll cut those other Iremaws from the board then. You can't actually socket them. I don't have another. The other ones are frozen, buddy. I'll have to pull a couple out so we can have more later. Done. All done. Do you want some more gushers? You know what those are? Want that? Jake, do you want gushers? Opponent has light devoters in their deck. That's interesting. Oh, sorry to the people on the internet. Can you grab the other bowl? Get the other bowl. Sorry, there's a lot of very large candle people. Alright, so we're playing this resource. If I Iremaw, I can fight one of these candles. And then my Rune Ear is a 6, so I can just attack in. Yeah. So I'll fight one of them. And then next turn I can champ power plus Blitz. Jacob. There you go. Take a nice clean 6-ball here. Feels good for us. We could also just board out some Blamsmiths when we bring in Iremaw. That's it. Doesn't seem unreasonable. Like, I've got one minor gem left right now. So I could bring in one Iremaw with Skyguard Steadfast, or Blight Blossom, and then I could bring in the other one and cut this Blamsmith and put Gladiator in it. That seems fine. Their candles are getting very large. There isn't a 1-cost diamond or ruby removal spell for this Rune Ear, though, so probably going to just combo kill them with this turn. This is going to make it 14, and then this is going to make it 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. That's actually good, because it makes the Rune Ear larger. Target Rune Ear with this. I'm just going to attack with everything here, because if they want to eat these other two, the Rune Ear is going to crush over and kill them. Yeah, I can't believe people are playing the Banner Champion with this deck. Like, Blitzes and Grandfather Elk are so powerful and give you such a good axis of attack with this Rune Ear Hierophant. And, like, Dark Art giving you charges to give you another Grandfather Elk activation, that's fine. That's a powerful thing to be doing. Well, either one of them farted or I need to change a diaper. Probably both. I believe this is lethal. It's going to be 22, and they put 7 defensive hurts, so they're going to go to -1. Yep. You want some Cheerios? No. You only get 1 pack of Gushers. Sorry, them's the rules. This is Blood or Wild. So yeah, so I want these extra Iremaws, I think. And I'm going to put Gladiator in all of these. And I have to cut one of these. And I'm going to have to put Blight Blossom in 2 of these. So I only have Gladiator left for 1 of them. And then I need 1 more cut for this matchup. My spot removal's not particularly great, right? That seems fine. Let's just do that. I need to go check a diaper really quick. I'll be right back. It lacks Ruby, but it seems pretty reasonable otherwise. Do you want 4 Dark Hearts versus non-hero fall decks? Maybe? Kinda, so like Dark Heart, they do have a lot of sack material, but like, their deck, kind of leans on like, they don't always generate a critical mass, and like, if they're forced to keep regenerating candles, then it's possible that they just won't have enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Enough, illuminate to actually make their candles threatening. So like if they're just forced to like keep making 1/1s to tread water, could be reasonable. We're gonna play Emsee here, I think. I'm gonna start drawing us some socketed cards out of our deck. Guidance, sure. Hopefully this doesn't get saber-toothed. Yep. Perfect. Have another 1/1. And so I think I'm actually okay. I'm going to put a resource top my deck because I want to draw a Ruby here. I think I'm actually okay if they want to trade both of their candles for this Emsee. Because again, like, not only does it make Darkheart help check them, but like, they only have so many. That's a totem trap. Alright, wasn't thinking about that one. That's kind of tough. We're all done with Gushers. Do you want Cheerios? No. There's no more Gushers. You literally finished the box. It's not even just Dad being mean now. The box is empty. Yeah, they, what's it called? They had a system dump, but they didn't have any backups for you, K-Smith. Plus, he doesn't need more than 2 packs of Gushers. He probably didn't even need the second pack of Gushers, but I'm a sucker, so... Unfortunately, this does not have Swift Strike yet, so we're going to lead on the Animus here. I have another box upstairs. He's not having it. He doesn't need them. Gonna play in the vault. No, the vault doesn't really make for good streaming content. There's a lot of downtime in it. You get more continuous batches on demanded here. Like, with the vault, you have to, like, have downtime in between. Plus, I've been streaming for almost 5 hours, so I'm gonna wrap it up here soon so I can make the kids some actual lunch instead of just, like, the Cheerios and Gushers that they've eaten so far today. Yeah, we are pretty dead here. Yeah, I think I want the extra Dark Heart, actually. Put Gladiator in this last one. Are we out of majors? I'm out of major gems. Huh. That makes me want this Dark Heart less. Yeah, I think I'm actually not going to because we're out of major gems. Put the Sabretooth back in. The Papa Goot deck was kind of medium. I wasn't expecting it to be good though, so you know, no harm, no foul. I miss Emsee having ramp. Emsee having ramp last season was kind of insane. It was real good. Alright, well, we have Sabretooth to clear the way for Emsee, so we're gonna get to draw some cards. Just need to run some resources off here. And like in previous iterations, before the gems changed, this would ramp us when it attacked, but it's not the case anymore. Guidance, sure. So this is getting an attack in at least. I'd like to draw resources for the next 4 or 5 turns, ideally. Ding. Makes my Emsee a 3/3 every time we play a resource. Emsee gets 1/1 bigger permanently. Ah, we walked right into it. We knew it was there this time too. Crap. Crap, we knew it was there. We should have... I guess, like, we don't have another resource. Like, are we supposed to wait? Maybe they, like, tap out. I am confirmed the best. You're not wrong. It's a trap! No! No, Emsee, come back! Run, Emsee, it's a trap! Alright, let's draw a non-ice resource, non-slow shard. God bless us, everyone. So the Emsee would have been bigger and he would have been able to attack. You know what I mean? Like, I could have just, like, held the Emsee for a turn. Like, held back the Emsee attack for a turn, basically. Roar, Iremaw, smash candle. Iremaw hungry. Roar, Iremaw. Nature's rage is fierce indeed. Wild anger, do not feed. It's a rude opponent. Can't wait to make you sacrifice that to a Dark Heart. I don't think Iremaw getting Ired is a flavor fail necessarily. Some more Candescents, yep. They're going to trigger these. Hopefully they start growing these things up. And then we can start shooting them down with Sabretooths. Would love to draw a Dark Heart here. Whoa, they made them both bigger? That's so good for us. I'm sure Iremaw blows the candle out before eating it, right? That's a good draw. Shoot this, play Emsee. Leave Iremaw back on defense, because even if this gets bigger, this will be a 3-5 with Gladiator on their turn. One of these has Illuminate left still. I assume this is making another candle at this point. No, really? Okay. That's really good for us with the Sabretooth. And again, like, this is a good example of, like, why Darkheart's probably fine in this matchup. Like, they gotta kind of tread this line where, like, are they, like, making this candle bigger? Or are they spending time going wide? Like, what's the deal? I'm just gonna shoot this down, put a non-resource on top of my deck, champ power this Emsee so we can get an attack in here. I guess if they have another Totem Trap, they could double plus Totem. No Totem Trap is great for us. Play this out. Next turn we can champ power. Oh, I missed a point. I'm dumb. I'm still not used to the new gem on this. This gets bigger when we play a gem. I'm aware I'm an idiot. Ah, Tom got there slightly before I did in his video. Life! SSBM! With the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Subscriptions are the best way you could support my content here, so welcome. Ooh, we drew Altar into Animus. And actually, I'm going to Riftwarp Badger, I think, instead. Yeah, maybe that's loose, because if I Riftwarp Badger next turn, I get to draw a card. I get to give my guys 1/1. But this does give me a champ power here to pressure with. Lets me dodge Totem Trap for the turn. Alright, sweet. 2-0 so far with Sockets deck. Let's queue up one more. Then we'll play one more match, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. In addition to subscriptions, if you are a Hex player who's going to buy some Hex cards anyway, it's the next best way you could support my content after that is by supporting my sponsor. HexPrimal.com buys and sells Hex TCG singles. You could save 5% on your orders there with the code Jeff5 while also supporting my content here. The CCS is this weekend, yep. Infinite Consortium, you're catching us right at the tail end here. We've been going for almost 5 hours. We're closing out with some Ruby Diamond sockets for today. Do I plan on winning this time? I never plan on winning anything. You should never go into a tournament with the attitude that you're going to win it, because TCGs have variance by design, and even when you're very well prepared, you are still going to have a chance to do poorly. I feel like we're well prepared. I think this is the CCS we spent the most time prepping for. I feel like we have a reasonable understanding of what a lot of the other people are going to be doing, and I think the strategy that we've selected is very reasonable, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna, you know, I think we're well prepared. I think we're gonna do my best to play well, and whatever happens, happens. Getting a feel for what all these other decks are in the format. This variations of the Sockets deck have been doing well on the ladder, so I'm giving it a try here on the ladder ourselves. Ah, time zones! Yep, where are you at, Consortium? Are you West Coast? Yeah, I'm really excited. I think we have 2 decks that we really like, that neither of which we've been playing on the ladder, and I think most of us are going to end up playing the same one. I might not have made this one public on TCG Browser, actually. Let me make sure. Wales. Oh, geez, that's a big time zone jump. Socket's deck list is now public on my TC. This hand's very good. Ooh, we queued into Cherry Thunder again. The old repair. Technically a West Coast, yep. Alright, so I think we're going to play Emsee on 2 here, and because, yeah, since we drew another one, we can afford for this one to die. And because he costs 1 from the Sentry, we can play our resource after him. So, turn him into a 3-3, so for his first attack, he'll be a 4-4. Is there a stream for the CCS this time? I don't know if they have a word official or otherwise on a stream. I know they have spectator mode functional, but I haven't heard what's going on with that in one direction or the other. I know for the last CCS, they had a stream where they were hiding player names for the sake of not giving away people's deck lists, which is ideal. They really need to work something out for that, I think. It's not ideal that only the people who get streamed on the main channel are going to have their deck lists and their technology that they have being public. So, I hope Hexent will probably make a good decision about that. They usually, historically, they've made good decisions, so... They better hide the player names for the entirety of the stream, if they're streaming it, or they better make the deck list public at the start of the tournament. Hex needs coverage to grow and become a better game. Like, coverage is important for Hex to grow up and, like, move out into the world of esports and all of that, but, like, tournament integrity is important. So, like, if they're not giving out all the deck list public, they shouldn't have any names for it all in the tournament. It's not necessarily the wrong order. I'm choosing which one I want to give the +1/+1 to. So, like, by playing Emsee second there, I gave the +1/+1 to the Rune Ear. Spectator mode does not... Currently, spectator mode just shows whatever the person you're playing. So, like, if you're one of the people that get featured on stream and players see your name, you're going to be at a disadvantage for the rest of the tournament. Probably going to start blowing out the candles next turn. So we can Rune Ear plus Sabretooth. The goal is to get both of these bigger than... 3... Oh, he's not going to have a totem trip up. They're probably going to champ power and make these 4/4s, I assume. Or make these 2/2s, sorry. 4/4s. Going right to 4/4s would be kind of nuts. Nicholas, what's it called? Hexent has the ability to publish all the deck lists at the start of a tournament. Well, the goal for just attacking is bigger than 3, so we can get through a totem trap. You wouldn't have to get people to give up the deck list. You would just export them via the API and have them published on a website. And if Hex wants to have tournaments with coverage, that's something that needs to happen for the integrity of those tournaments to remain. Opponents playing light devotives in their decks, they're not necessarily playing Sabretooth. I don't think we saw a Sabretooth out of them last match. Which, I think they should be playing Sabretooth. Sabretooth is very good. Alright, so we're going to board the same way we did last time. So 2 Blamsmiths out. And then we're going to put Blight Blossom in one of these. We're going to put the 2 Iremaws in. And we're going to put Gladiator in all 3 of these. And we're going to click Submit. I think I'm clicking Submit. Did we see Sabretooth? I thought that was the match before it. I don't know. They all blur. Been a lot of Ruby decks today. Seems great. The Wild Ice means we're going to guarantee a third resource at least. Hey, Peter. Sweet. We're going to curve Altar into Rune Ear potentially here. Hey, Tar. Catching us right at the tail end here today. I think I want a snowball advantage here from card advantage. Like, we want to kind of try and hit our resource drop. So, if we do this, we could do Rune Ear next turn, draw a card, and then we're pretty likely to hit Animus on curve. Yeah, I took the Haraza version, had a lot of deck building things in it that I really didn't like last season. It kind of regressed and like tried things that I started with and then didn't like. So I am kind of rolled out some of the changes that they made. Yeah, I don't get the champion instead of elk either. The idea behind it is that you have the charges, the plus charges in one of your things, but like if you have plus charges in one of your things, that's fine. It just gives you another elk activation. Like elk with Rune Ear is a really powerful interaction. So even if they kill Rune Ear here, we'll be a little bit behind the 8-ball, but Iremaw is going to come down and hopefully gobble up a candle next turn. Yep, they do have Sabretooth. Okay. But getting Darkheart with a banner is not a combo life. Your Darkheart's going to eat your banner. So, like, you ramped into this banner and then the Darkheart eats the banner. And, like, I get that we play, like, Altar of Nulzann, but, like, Altar of Nulzann replaces itself, at least, when you do it. And, like, not to mention, like, Constance decks are pretty popular in general right now, so, like, people are kind of prepared to, like, be able to destroy Constance, it feels like. And I think we're just going to stick the Darkheart here. Like I mentioned, the Darkheart isn't strictly a combo with this Altar of Nulzann, but like when I play this Darkheart, this will be the third card my Altar of Nulzann is drawn. So like if my Darkheart eats my Altar, it's like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm just going to leave this Iremaw back on defense for now. I want to kind of grind out all of their cards before we start pressuring too much, so I don't want to accidentally die. Okay, to cast that. I have a 4/4 and a 3/5. They have a Sabretooth, they can kill this, but if they kill this, then they're not killing the ult, then I'm not going to lose my Altar, which feels good. Next turn, if we lose the Altar, we get to go Animus into Blamsmith and, like, make all my socketed cards bigger, and at that point, we can probably start pressuring my opponent. Blood and Ruby does not interact with Constance profitably. Lose my Altar, that's fine. Like I said, it drew 3 cards, so did its job. Zygmun's game doesn't kill Constance, because those shards don't interact with Constance. Alright, so Animus, whenever we play a socketed card, all of our socketed cards in all zones get bigger. I'm just going to go ahead and champ power my Darkheart here. Might as well attack with Might 8. And if they want to burn a Totem Trap plus their entire board, killing this Darkheart, that's fine. I guess they could burn Totem Trap plus 2 candles here, but again, I think that's still a good trade for us. And I have 10 charges there because this gave us extra charges, so I might as well ship. Wax Dawn, huh. Probably just making 1/1s here, right? So they can, and again, like we mentioned earlier, so it's like about is Darkheart good in this matchup? And I think it is because, like, instead of making this a 5/5 and these 4/4s, like they had to make 1/1s with that. All right, sweet. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out today, especially if you hung out from the Magic all the way at the start. Remember, if you didn't catch all of my stream today, my archives are going to get uploaded to my YouTube channel starting here momentarily, and they will be posted later tonight. I always tweet. Remember to follow me on Twitch and Twitter for notifications on when I go live and when I'm changing games and stuff like that. So, thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and find someone to give a host here to real quick. It's like King Sadu is streaming on the main Hex CCG channel. He's doing Constructed as well, which is awesome. I would love to watch some Constructed. So head on over there and show them the great community that Hex has.